The fog is thick, the entity is watching, and every survivor and killer have a story. Welcome to Lore by Daylight, where we uncover the dark histories of survivors, the twisted pasts of killers, and how their perks can make or break your next trial. This is the story of the Krasue. Budrong Sukapat's operatic rehearsals in Thailand were a sea of emotion. But despite tiring efforts, she was unable to become anything more than an understudy. What started as a desire to share her gift became an unshakable need for fame. Her childhood friend, Janjira, was her biggest supporter, but aside from a shoulder to cry on, there was little more she could offer. It wasn't until Melai, a fellow singer who had quickly risen the ranks, reached out that Budrong's fortunes changed. Melai presented Budrong with a glass bottle, a clear liquid within, and advised her to drink it, her tone deadly serious. Each night another will inhabit your body, but you will be a success on the stage like me. Budrong laughed at the peculiar game. Even so, she wanted more than anything to believe its truth. She grabbed the bottle, swallowing every drop. In the following weeks, Budrong's skin felt softer, and she found a depth in her voice that she never knew existed. During her next audition, the director took notice, enraptured by the sound that rang through the theater. As the song ended, Budrong thanked the director before coughing blood into a handkerchief. She stuffed it in her pocket, choosing ignorance. Whatever was happening to her was working. She wouldn't dare stop it now. That night, as she slept, a soothing warmth dripped down her body. She bolted upright, hand fumbling for a lamp that wasn't there. She lay in a yard she did not recognize, covered in blood. Next to her, a ravaged chicken coop, feathers and gore staining the ground. She stumbled home before the city awoke to a new day. Under a scalding shower, she spit up blood, dreading the thought that this hadn't been her first hunt. In between heaving sobs, she prodded her abdomen, searching for where something might hide within. She called Janjira, but couldn't bring herself to reveal the horrors, instead telling her friend she'd been restlessly sleepwalking each night and needed someone to coax her back to bed. Janjira agreed to help. That morning, Budrong awoke to Janjira's hand lovingly placed on her cheek. As she looked up, she choked on her cries. Janjira's severed hand fell from the bed, landing on her disemboweled carcass. For hours she sat beside her friend's remains in a state of silent shock. Janjira was dead, and for what? When she couldn't stand the smell of blood any longer, she grabbed cleaning supplies as the sun set. A deep stain remained on the carpet. She walked through the streets until she reached Melai's home. Melai opened the door and upon seeing Budrong's eyes, immediately defended herself. She claimed she committed no wrong. She had been cursed, and the only way to be rid of it was to pass it to someone else. She believed that Budrong, in her desire for fame, could withstand the torment and achieve what she'd always wanted. Anger stirred within Budrong. She fell to the floor as furious heat spilled over her. Melai stared in horror while Budrong dug nails into her own skin, ripping at the burning agony. As she tore chunks of flesh from her neck, her entrails wriggled inside. Her head tore free from her body, a long string of organs dragging behind like fish slapping against the shore. A seething hunger took over as Budrong's disembodied head lifted into the air. It swooped at Melai, ravenously mauling the woman until nothing remained but blood, hair, and bone. Budrong awoke to the mess, unable to find the sympathy to shed a tear. She returned home, allowing her thoughts to swirl until the room filled with light. The phone rang. The director's voice cut through the haze that had settled in her mind. He offered her the leading role. Budrong fell to her bed and cried, not from sadness, but relief and elation. During the evenings on the Bangkok stage, her stars shined bright. At night she fed the creature within, and together they thrived in a world of hunger and song. But the creature always wanted more, and one night it was presented just that. A promise of meat hung on hooks, dripping in tantalizing blood. And then there was fog. The Krasue comes with 3 unique perks. First is Hex Overture of Doom. This creates a hex totem that curses the farthest generator from its location. The aura of this curse generator is highlighted in yellow. When a survivor repairs the curse generator for at least 5 seconds, Hex Overture of Doom triggers the following effects for 20 at tier 1, 25 at tier 2, and 30 at tier 3 seconds. This transfers your terror radius to the cursed generator. This terror radius is set to 32 meters and grants the undetectable status effect. Once the cursed generator is repaired, the next furthest generator becomes cursed. All hex effects persist until their associated hex totem is either cleansed or blessed. Next, we have Ravenous. Whenever you hook a survivor for the first time, Ravenous gains +1 token, up to a maximum of 4 tokens. Once you accumulate 4 tokens, all survivors suffer from the following effects. This causes them to scream and inflicts the exposed status effect for 40 at tier 1, 50 at tier 2, and 60 at tier 3 seconds. Finally, we have Wandering Eye. Whenever you start chasing a survivor, Wandering Eye triggers the following effect. The auras of all other injured survivors within 20 meters of your location are revealed to you for 5 seconds. Wandering Eye has a cooldown for 40 seconds at tier 1, 35 seconds at tier 2, and 30 seconds at tier 3.